Religion in Hinduism is not just plain scriptures. Most of the religion is based on mythology as per the thought beliefs. But believe me, Hinduism is not just plainly on mythology. It has got a basis which is also historical. If you look at Hinduism, the historical part, you will look at gods like Lord Krishna, like Rama, they had a basis. This basis was always there. In fact, you can see that Rama had Ayodhya, in which a temple is being built. Maybe there are controversies, but look at Krishna. He had his own city, Dwarka, which went under the sea, as mentioned in mythology, is in fact found. So perhaps the only living God. If you do not believe in Rama, Krishna was always there. Now, what is dharma in Hinduism? Dharma, the basics of religion, is based on scriptures. The scriptures such as Vedas, whether it is Rig, Sam, Yajurveda or Atharva. These Vedas are the basis on which Hinduism. In fact, in a book by Anand Neelkant, he clearly says that while answering the questions of Arjuna, he clearly says Krishna answers Arjuna's skepticism about dharma and adharma by saying that scriptures are the authority for deciding this. Narada, who is believed to be one of the best saints and almost always who had the ear of Vishnu, a divine saint, also says that Yudhishthira that dharma has three cornerstones or Trimula, which are Rig, Yajur and Sama Vedas. Vedas are the roots of dharma. However, counter argument to this is also given in Mahabharata itself, where Bhishma says that dharma is the root of Vedas. Once we accept this argument, then dharma becomes dynamic concept that evolves over time depending on the needs of people. So dharma of the Vedas served the needs of the people of the time. Now it's different. In fact, Duryodhana famously asked Krishna at one point that following Swadharma or dharma as defined by one's heart is greatest dharma. Was he not doing his Kshatriya duty by trying to protect his inheritance? The conventional argument from traditionals is that dharma is based on Vedas. So we have a belief that dharma is based on Vedas. In fact, before Bhakti movement started, in which complete Ramayana and Mahabharata were rewritten as stories of dharma win over adharma, Mahabharata is an example which is believing in dharma with them, each side, whether it was Pandavas or Kauravas, each believed that they were on the side of dharma. Now let's go into the biggest person in whole of this. Who is Lord Krishna? Lord Krishna, on whom, who is known to be a disciple of Sandipani Muni, who in 64 days, first 60 days he kept playing. In the last 4 days, he had all the 4 Vedas by heart. At that time, it was in style. There was no written documentations. Most of the Vedas you had to hear and you had to remember it. So for 4 days only, in 4 days, Lord Krishna as a student from Sandipani Muni heard and completely memorized and understood what Vedas are. If you look at it, again, there is one big author known as Nrsimha Prasad Bhaduri, who has said about, if you look at Krishna, you have to understand that from time immemorial he is considered God. Why? Krishna, the word in Sanskrit, comes from a meaning which has a meaning known as attracts. Krishna attracts. Lord Krishna, whether it was gopis who fell in love with, whether Radha or Look at the latter years in the Bhakti Yoga period, whether it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Mirabai, all fell in love with Lord Krishna. Whether in his childhood form as Nandagopal, he was loved. But if you look at the person, the question comes, what do we see when we try to look at the person who was Krishna? In fact, it is said that Krishna over a period of time could be divided into two parts. One, the Krishna who was present in Chandogya Upanishad. In fact, Chandogya Upanishad, Krishna is known as Angirasa's Shishya. Now, there clearly Shankaracharya says that Krishna Devaki Putraya Shishaya, Devaki's son, look at it, Devaki Putraya Shishya, Devaki's son, who was the disciple in Chandogya Upanishad of Angiras. In fact, the Sanskrit is Tadvaida Ghora Angirasa Krishnaya Devaki Putraya Uktaba Ubacha Apipasa Eva Sa Babhuva Sonto Bolayam Etat Trayang Pratipadyat Akhatamasi Achyutamasi Prana Shangshitat Masiti. Again, not only in Chandogya Upanyas in a previous period, such as Tettariya Arannak, he is called Vasudev. Vasudev, the son of Vasudev. Vasudev was a father. And now the problem is that these two books, the Tettariya and the Chandogya Upanishad, they happen in a gap of nearly 100 years. Now, how can the father and the mother have an age difference of 100 years and have a son? No, it is believed that Tettariya Brahmanak, which was written earlier, before that itself, Lord Krishna was considered as Lord, as the God, as a father of, or as a knower of all that he was. These two prove that Krishna existed even before. In fact, some of the reports that you can see even in Google, if you Google Lord Krishna's life, it says that he was born or lived in a period of 3228 before Christ, perhaps even earlier. That is the latest that is believed. Lord Krishna was a person who not only ruled the hearts of his disciples, but even when he was going in to the Sabha of Kanksha, his maternal uncle, he put a fear in his heart by just walking in without arms. He had this kind. In fact, he was a person who was kind of so well defined as master of everything that he was considered God. That's all for today. We'll come more with Lord Krishna some next day.